Hello, this is Michael Abbott, Senior Minister at LifeWay Community Church. I want to welcome you as we dive into our core values together, the things that make our church our church. I hope you enjoy, and God bless.
Hey LifeWay, my name is Kelly Stevens, and I have been a member here with my husband Clint at the Silva campus for the last 2.5 years. I serve in the youth ministry, and today I am going to talk to you about sense of urgency and what that means as a Christian and how delaying it can actually be deadly. So the first scripture that I want to read is Matthew 24, verses 42 through 44. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known what time in the night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let the house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. So the word urgent actually comes from an old Latin term that means to urge, which also means to encourage. And that is when you say the sense of urgency, it's the sense of encouragement and the sense of bringing people to God, and to hesitate doing that, you will be lost. And it's not anything to procrastinate about. It's not anything to take your time or think about, maybe we'll revisit it later. He can come tonight, he can come tomorrow morning, and you need to be ready for that. And of course, if you want to spend eternity with your loved ones, they need to be ready for that as well. So it is up to us to fix this broken world in regards to Christianity by building his kingdom and urging others and teaching others about the word and about our God. Another verse that really stuck out to me while preparing for this was, again in Matthew, that at the time the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was in a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise ones, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "they may not be enough for both of us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy oil, the bridegroom had arrived. The virgins who were ready went with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others who came said, "Lord, Lord, open this door for us." But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I don't know you. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." And again, this was a huge reminder of procrastinating can really get you towards failure. And these brides, these virgins that were waiting for their bridegroom, 5 were very wise and in preparation, and they were ready, they were waiting, and the other 5 procrastinated and they weren't prepared, and therefore they didn't meet. It was too late at that point, and they never were able to meet their groom. And they missed that opportunity. And I want to relate that to your life, that it's very important that you don't wait, you don't procrastinate to be saved and to build a relationship with God, because again, we don't know when he's coming. And I was recently reminded of this a couple times in the last year after losing my stepfather, who, if any of you have lost a loved one, you get how precious life is and how quickly it can be taken away. And no one is promised tomorrow. I also was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that was another wake-up call to me that I'm 32 years old and I shouldn't have to fear, fighting for my life. But here I am at 32, fighting for my life every day. And the cancer only reminded me of the severity of it. But in reality, you should be fighting for your life every day in the aspect of wanting to be with God and wanting to build a relationship with Him and being prepared and ready for His second coming. And more recently, I had an emergency surgery where I was in the hospital for a couple days, and that was a very close call as well. And it was another reminder to myself that life is short, and I didn't realize how close I was to meeting Him. And it's so important more than ever to really reach out to the loved ones or reach out to yourself and deepen your heart and make sure that you have that guarantee, that connection with God. Because your life can be ended or taken or threatened at any moment, at any time. You could be driving to work. You could be sleeping in your bed. You could be taking the trash out. And when it's your time, and He's gonna call you. And so it's so important to be ready for that. Psalms chapter 90, verse 10 and then verse 12 also talk about numbering our days. And I'll start with Psalm 90, verse 10. Our days may come to 70 years or 80, and our strength endures. Yet the best of them are but trouble and sorrow, for they quickly pass and we fly away. Verse 12. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Verse 12 is so key. And teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. That wisdom that they're talking about is the knowledge that our days are numbered and that He can come back at any time. And it is, I've said it 100 times, so important because no one is promised tomorrow. And I think I want everybody to experience eternity together. And I just urge you to look out for your friends or your family or your children or your parents. Pray for them constantly, because even the hardest of hearts can be softened through prayer and testimonies. And so I hope that this helps. I hope that you were able to get something out of this, and really the sense of urgency to build a relationship and encourage the ones that you love to build a relationship before it's too late.